It's 4 years since Tony Blair's last appearance in front of the Iraq inquiry, but their report is still months away. Many of those who opposed the war sniff a conspiracy to hide the truth. The inquiry chief, Sir John Chilcot, told the Prime Minister in a letter that his team had made substantial progress, but I cannot give an accurate estimate for how long it will take to complete our work. I see no realistic prospect of delivering our report to you before the general election in May this year.
I don't believe, from what I understand, that anyone is trying to dodge this report or put off this report. We all want to see it, but you do have to go through the proper processes.
British military involvement in Iraq lasted 6 years. Today, it became clear the inquiry set up to wade through Whitehall documents will take even longer. Roger Bacon's son, Major Matthew Bacon, died in Basra in 2005.
I'm just absolutely disgusted by the fact that it is delayed again. And one, you say again, because over the past few years, as people have raised the question of publication, then reasons are being given why at that point it couldn't be published. And it goes on and on.
The inquiry team believes that getting the content and the process right on such a huge inquiry has simply eaten up time. Senior figures in Whitehall say probably the biggest mistake was not to have two reports, one on the path to war, which could have been published earlier, and one on the war itself and its aftermath. There was clearly some delay because of the difficulty in getting civil servants here to agree which bits of the exchanges between President Bush and Tony Blair could be published. But Whitehall sources say there was a wider disorganisation in the inquiry team about getting all the other documents declassified. The inquiry managed to write to Tony Blair and others as long ago as 2013, tipping them off that they would be criticised. But the letters detailing the criticism, allowing Tony Blair and others to respond to it, some of those appear to have gone out in only the last few weeks. Again, Whitehall figures say that points to some fundamental problems inside the inquiry. Tony Blair was at the gathering of business and political elites in Davos in Switzerland. Several MPs accused him of delaying the report. They said he was trying to water it down with a protracted legal challenge to the draft report criticisms.
I put out a statement. I'll go and see it.
Mr. Blair, I have
Did you cause the delay?
If you are invited to the War Criminal Court, will you attend?
Do voters have a right to know the contents of the report before the general election?
I've just told you I've put out a statement, so you can go and read the statement.
In that statement, Tony Blair's office attacked incorrect allegations and politically motivated speculation about the reasons for delay, and said it is not true to say that Tony Blair has caused the delay. On the contrary, he regrets this delay. Mr. Blair only received the supporting evidence for the inquiry's criticisms this week.
Frankly, my views on the Iraq war are well known, and I want this inquiry published. Now,
15 weeks from the general election, the next generation of political leaders were feverishly looking for political advantage. David Cameron blamed Labour for the delay.
Well, first of all, let's be clear. He voted again and again and again against establishing the inquiry. But as ever, absolutely no apology.
And of course the public will start thinking, whether it's true or not, that the report will pull its punches, that it's going to be sort of sexed down, if you like. And that's what I do now want to hear from Sir John Chilcot, a commitment to finally get on and publish this report as quickly as possible.
Some leading witnesses to the inquiry have only just received the bulk of the criticisms that will be made of them. A lot of detail to go through. You're the party that normally agonises about due process. Haven't you cast it to one side here for party advantage?
Look, it's not for me to explain why it's taken so long for that material to be provided to some of those witnesses.
Nick Clegg wants to remind voters who opposed the Iraq war that his party was with them back then. The inquiry team also today announced that 34 notes from Mr. Blair to President Bush would be shared on publication day. The focus for now is when will that come and why is it so late?